Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got some fresh and eye-opening news that you really don't want to miss. It's about yet another illegal liquor outlet that's just been uncovered, and this time the police didn't just find alcohol, they also found a gun and arrested a foreign national right on the spot. Please make sure you stay tuned till the very end so you can see where this news came from and verify it for yourself. And before we go further, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything happening around Mzansi. Now, let's get into it. Police in the Eastern Cape have once again uncovered an illegal liquor operation, this time in Motherwell, Kebera. According to the SAPS, they were acting on a tip-off from concerned community members who suspected that something dodgy was going on at a certain house that had way too much activity for a normal home, especially late at night and over weekends. Officers followed up, and what they found was a whole lot more than just alcohol. Upon entering the property, they discovered an unlicensed tavern operating out of a backyard room, stacked with crates of beer, ciders, and even bottles of spirits. But that wasn't even the worst part. As officers did a full search of the premises, they came across a firearm that had its serial number filed off, something that immediately raised red flags. That kind of weapon is usually linked to criminal activity or could be stolen. What shocked police even more was the identity of the person behind the counter. It turned out to be a 34-year-old foreign national who, according to police, had no legal documentation to be in the country. Not only was the individual in violation of liquor laws, but now they also face charges related to illegal possession of a firearm and being in the country unlawfully. The suspect was arrested on the spot and taken into custody. The liquor was confiscated, and the premises have been shut down pending further investigation. SAPS say they are not ruling out the possibility that the firearm could be linked to previous crimes, and it will be sent for ballistic testing to determine if it was used in any robberies, shootings, or other offenses. Authorities also confirm that immigration officials are now involved, and the Department of Home Affairs has been notified. The man could face deportation depending on the outcome of his court appearances. It's not the first time this month that illegal liquor outlets have been busted. In fact, police say they've noticed an increase in these backyard taverns popping up all over the country, particularly in townships and informal settlements. Most of them operate without any business licenses, ignore zoning laws, and fail to meet safety regulations, putting entire communities at risk. In many cases, these places become hotspots for crime, underage drinking, drug use, and violence. Community members in Motherwell have expressed mixed feelings. Some admitted they were aware of the tavern but said they were too scared to speak out before. One woman, who didn't want her name mentioned, said there were always strange people hanging around that house. She added that fights would often break out late at night, and loud music made it impossible for her children to sleep. Others, however, claimed they didn't see anything wrong with the place and were upset that the police shut it down. But the law is the law, and SAP say they will continue raiding illegal shebins and bringing offenders to book. Police spokesperson Colonel Priscilla Naidu reminded the public that anyone operating a liquor business must do so legally. She said, "These types of operations are a danger to our society. Not only are they unregulated, but they also provide cover for other criminal activities, like the one we uncovered in this case. What makes things more concerning is how easy it seems to be for illegal firearms to find their way into residential areas. If it wasn't for the tip-off, that weapon could have ended up in the wrong hands or used in a violent crime." SAPS is now urging communities to come forward if they suspect anyone is involved in similar activities, promising that their identities will be protected. The suspect is expected to appear in court next week, where he will face multiple charges including illegal possession of liquor, possession of an unlicensed firearm, and immigration violations. Depending on how the investigation unfolds, more arrests could follow, especially if evidence links the gang to a larger syndicate. Now, as promised, let's talk about where this news came from. We've double-checked the facts with official SAP statements, reliable updates from the Eastern Cape Provincial Commissioner's Office, and local media reports that covered the incident in Kebera. The images used for illustration are stock images and publicly available photographs that represent typical liquor busts and police operations in South Africa. No private individuals or locations were shown. And before we wrap it all up, let me throw in a little laugh, because even when things are heavy, Mzansi always finds time for a chuckle. So here goes. You know it's bad when even your local tavern has a stricter firearm policy than some security companies out there. Another one. One guy said, "I only went there for a cold one, but I didn't know I was drinking in a minyamari." Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and if you found this update helpful or informative, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when we drop more real news, the kind that matters. Till next time, keep your eyes open, your community safe, and your sense of humor alive. See you in the next one.